Okay, let's talk about a few other books in here. Some of the stuff I haven't gone through ever before, but I like some of the stuff coming out from AWA Studios. So let's go through this one. This is The Joneses #1. Don't even try to keep up with the Joneses. It says 1 of 5. Look like superheroes, like the Fantastic Four almost. Written by Michael Morrissey. Okay, it says, spinning out of the pages of The Resistance, the Joneses focuses on a suburban family with a big secret and the global pandemic known as the Great Death. Mother, father, sister, and brother were all transformed into something superhuman. While the world embraces fascism born of fear, the Joneses realize they face grave consequences if they are exposed as reborns. Do they keep a low profile and hide in plain sight, or use their powers for good and risk exposure? This comes out April 6th. Interesting. So, Mike Deodato cover. If I get one, I would like Mike Deodato cover. He's not doing the artwork. He's doing something else with this company. But that's that one. That looks interesting. Now, this one's Hit Me. When I say it's coming out, April 6th. Okay, this one's April 13th. Hit Me #2. Here's the cover there. And some inside artwork. Krista Faust is writing it. A high-octane crime thriller from Krista Faust and Priscilla Petrades. Lula has a unique profession. She gets paid by the bruise. When she is witness to the execution of one of her regular clients, she escapes into the night with a briefcase filled with diamonds and a pack of killers on her trail. Wow. Navigating the dark underbelly of decaying early 90s Atlantic City, one step ahead of her pursuers, Lulu must call upon every one of her street-born instincts and underworld connections in what will be the longest and possibly last night of her life. Wow, this is mature here. Sounds interesting though. Crimson Cage. I saw some of these and I didn't pick them up though. This is #5. Wow. John Lees is writing this one. Okay, the devastating final chapter of the Shakespearean pro wrestling epic. All of Chuck Frenzy's scheming and depravity has led him here. A final battle with arch rival Emmett Crow, broadcast live on closed-circuit television inside the diabolical structure of his nightmares, the Crimson Cage. But is this a wrestling match or a very real fight to the death? Don't miss the bloody conclusion. April 20th, this comes out. It's mature. Wow. Now we got The Fourth Man. This is the book I've been getting. I have book #2 from this. And this is book #4. I'm not sure when book #3 comes out, but this is Mike Deodato artwork, and I've been collecting it for that. I didn't particularly like the first book. I wasn't sure about it, and I wasn't sure if I was going to keep collecting it, but I picked up #2 because it's got Mike's artwork on it, and he did the cover. So I'm going to have to look at it and see if I like it and see what's going on with the story. And I see the different actors. You can recognize their faces. He's using different people that are actors now if they would actually do a movie and everything. Okay. Jeff McComsey is doing the writing for this. Okay, this is The Fourth Man, #4. It comes out April 27th. It's mature. 3 dead bodies lie in a rural morgue, all murdered in the span of 3 weeks. It's up to 2 detectives from opposite sides of the tracks to determine who put them there, if the murders are linked, and what, if anything, they have to do with a pair of dueling car dealerships. Wow. See, that's what I was wondering about it. Okay, a dark comedy mystery thriller. Now we got Hotel. Here's a cover there. This one's by John Lees. It's #5, volume 2, #5. Comes out April 27th. It's mature as well. So the second volume comes to a terrifying close with this pulse-pounding final chapter. Period Courts is under siege, with Jack Lynch and the surviving guest held captive. But when the hotel is under threat, when it is treated with disrespect by unwelcome guests, it has a way of fighting back. Alliances are formed, fates are sealed, and familiar faces return in this explosive finale. All right. If you know what's going on in that one. I don't know. I said I'm not sure. I haven't been picking this one up. Okay, this is Primos, number 3. Cool. He's got English and Spanish editions of this. Is Al Madrigal. Carlo Barberi, I know him from his artwork too, illustrated. It's mature as well. It comes out April 20th. Here's another one here. And Carlo did the cover for that one. And I see cover Dave Johnson must have did this one here. Okay. The Ultimate Linux. Which is Latinx heroes for the 21st century are here. Centuries ago, 2 Mayan brothers constructed a spacecraft that sent them hurtling into outer space. Returned to Earth only to find their culture and civilization destroyed. One of the brothers vows revenge and seeks to decimate the planet with intergalactic technology gathered on his travels. Wow. To prevent this, his sibling creates a contingency plan that activates the world's protectors, 3 descendants of their own family who have been granted great power. Now the fate of the universe lies in the hands of 3 cousins scattered throughout Central and North America who have never even met. Okay. Now we got Telepaths. J. Michael Straczynski's doing this one. That's a trade paperback now. Comes out April 13th. Okay, an electromagnetic disturbance results in the sudden awakening of telepathic powers in 1/10 of the Earth's population. Wow. In the moments after the world comes to grip with this development, newly telepathic Boston police find themselves sent against a wrongly convicted prisoner who becomes a hero and a leader of other telepaths trying to escape a world in which their powers will make them targets. Both are heroes of their own story, and the future may depend on whether or not trust can be found between them. All right. I think this I don't know if this is done or not. Let's see. Yeah, this is done. Let me pause and I'll get some more books here. Here's another one that was really pretty interesting. Humanoids. And I guess this is the name of the company. Humanoids.com. So this is Retroactive. This was an interesting story for me. This is Ibrahim Mustafa. 136 pages, $20. So this is, I guess it's going to be a whole book. And here's the cover here. This looks like the guy that plays Moon Knight. Retroactive. And it says here's a sci-fi adventure, espionage and stuff like that. But an agent working for the U.S. Bureau of Temporal Affairs sets out to discover the source of several anomalies in the timeline, only to become imprisoned in an inescapable time loop. Wow. So the discovery of time travel is unknown to the general public, but a new Cold War rages between global intelligence agencies as they attempt to alter historical events in favor of their respective futures. Now, you always wonder, like, who's going to be doing the right thing. One person thinks it's doing right, another person thinks it's doing right, and you hear, hey, don't alter time, you're going to just mess everything up. Well, okay, we're going to see what this is. When new intel points to the U.S. Bureau of Temporal Affairs, BTA, toward a hostile anomaly in the past, veteran field agent Tarek Abdelnasser, that's it, look at the big name, and his new partner, Lucia Olmos, are dispatched to investigate. They discover a radical adversary wielding a new technology that could unravel everything the BTA fights to maintain. Okay. Somebody always has the bigger weapon, the bigger tool. Just like I just watched the second Venom movie and everything like that, and Venom didn't want to fight Carnage. Everything kept, oh, he's a red one. And if you saw the movie, it wasn't too bad. I liked it. They always have to do things in the movie just like they did in the first Batman movie. You're like, why do you do that to the villain? So I kind of gave something away, but didn't really give anything away. But you wonder what's going on. So we'll see what happens and how they linked it. We linked that movie with Spider-Man, which was really cool. For fans of films, Looper, Tenet, and Edge of Tomorrow. Okay, this looks interesting. I might pick this one up. I like stories like that. We'll see. But you're going to spend $20 for it. You wonder 6x6 by 10.5, or 6.6 by 10.5, or 10.2. So now here's the artwork inside here. It comes out April 13th. So then Nazi-occupied France, 1940. Okay. Nice. You got a big sniper rifle. And he's looking out. And it looks like a futuristic weapon here. Okay, now he's pointing it at Hitler. And he wants to shoot him. Just like in the Deadpool movie, everything with him going back in time. So, we shall see. Thick Skins. Here's another book. Gorgeous hardcover presentation. Thick Skins. Bonus sketchbook section. Okay, this one's writer by Serge, or is it Serge? Serge Letendre. Okay, $22.99. Sci-fi, breathtaking, fast-paced manhunt in the form of an elegant space opera based on the novel by Lauren Genefort. Once upon a time, Lark was a thick skin, a clan of humans genetically modified to operate in space without a suit. Wow. Before spending decades as a mercenary training dozens of combat soldiers. Okay. Now it's a race against time as Lark scours the cosmos for his lost clan, desperate to find them before one of his former trainees can kill them to obtain their priceless skins. Wow. All right, let's see. Here's a book I just wanted to show you. This is from Twomorrows Publishing, I think. It's about Dave Cockrum. And yeah, this is really cool. So here's the cover right there. The Life and Art of Dave Cockrum. Glenn Gadigan, or Cadigan. Let's see, from the letters pages of Silver Age comics to his 2021 induction into the Will Eisner Hall of Fame, the career of Dave Cockrum started at the bottom and then rose to the top of the comic book industry, beginning with his childhood obsession with comics and continuing through his years in the Navy. The Life and Art of Dave Cockrum follows the rising star from fandom, where he was one of the big three fanzine artists, to Protum, where he helped revive two struggling comic book franchises, the Legion of Superheroes and the X-Men. A prolific costume designer and character creator, his redesigns of the Legion and his introduction of X-Men characters Storm, Nightcrawler, Colossus, and Thunderbird, plus the design of Wolverine's alter ego Logan, laid the foundation for both titles to become bestsellers. His later work on his own property, Thunder Agents, plus his 5 years on Soul Searchers and Company, cemented his position as an industry giant. Cool. Okay, featuring artwork from fanzines, unused character designs, and other rare material. This is the comprehensive biography of the legendary comic book artist, whose influence is still felt on the industry today. Introduction by Alex Ross. Cool. You got the soft cover and the limited hardcover down there. $27.95 for the soft cover, and hardcover is $36.95. So I thought that was cool. Just a second, I'll come back in a second. Now here's a book about Jack Kirby, Old Gods and New, a companion to Jack Kirby's Fourth World trade paperback. This is $26.95, 8.5 by 11. Okay, and this one is by John Morrow, like from Twomorrows Publishing, spanning the pages of our 4 different comics starting in 1970. New Gods, of 4 different comics started in 1970. New Gods, Forever People, Mr. Miracle, and Jimmy Olsen. The sprawling epic of our times was cut short midstream, leaving fans wondering how Jack would have resolved the confrontation between evil Darkseid of Apocalypse and his son, Orion of New Genesis. This companion to that Fourth World series looks back at Jack Kirby's own words, as well as those of assistants Mark Evanier and Steve Sherman, inker Mike Royer, and publisher Carmen Infantino, to determine how it came about, where it was going, and how Kirby would have ended it before it was prematurely canceled by DC Comics. It also examines Kirby's use of gods in Thor and other strips prior to the Fourth World, how they influenced his DC epic and affected later series like The Eternals and Captain Victory. That's cool. Always like stuff like that, behind the scenes stuff. So this one's going to be like 160 pages, 8.5 by 11 for $26.95. All right, let me stop. I'll be right back. Okay, now we're with Valiant Entertainment. This one, I read the first book. It's kind of like a Starship Troopers kind of type thing. It wasn't bad, everything. So I might try the second book just to see what's going on. This comes out April 20th. A brand new corner of the Valiant universe, Armorclads. It's about a bunch of kids and everything that have to earn their freedom, and they're mining this ore, some type of ore. I forgot the name of it, but it's supposed to. They're listening to patriotic news all day, talking about what you're doing is furthering the world. You're furthering people, and you're bringing freedom to the galaxy, and all this other stuff. And what you're doing is you're earning your way to be possibly, maybe one day, one of us, and everything. And I'm thinking, really? And something happens, and it just throws everything off. So here's the artwork on the cover here. Okay, Armorclads number 2 comes out April 20th. J.J. O'Connor. And here's covers and everything. Very cool. I bought the black and white cover of the first one, so they'll probably get that one. That's cool. Okay. Looking for answers about what happened with Sergeant Troy. Yeah. The Major and his Armorclads remove the Ironclads from Outpost 12, taking Paris in for questioning and reassigning the others. But with the remaining Ironclads en route to a new outpost, the deadly Legionnaires strike, leaving Layla and her friends caught in the crossfire. Join the battle to restore the flame of honor, justice, and order. Wow. Now we got The Harbinger, number 7. Comes out April 27th. They changed it up a little bit because I remember The Harbinger from before, so I don't know what they're doing now. I haven't been following this. Cool. Delivering in every way, it says, from Graphic Policy. Colin Kelly is doing the writing. Enter high-flying hero Faith Herbert. Peter Stanchek's former teammate and friend flies into Sayat City to find out what's going on. But the renegade and his formidable Sayats have other plans. This penultimate issue ends with a shocker. All right. Okay, now we got Shadow Man number 8. April 13th it comes out. Cullen Bunn. Cool. You see, here's the cover. And we got variant covers over here. If you got a taste for terror, take Deadside to the prom. Oh, man. There's another cool cover there. Beware the Book of Shadows. We see Shadow Man, with the assistance of Punk Mambo and the abettors, fights to stop Deadside as the Blights get closer to covering all of Earth. Valiant's mightiest heroes are caught up in her wake. Can Shadow Man exorcise Deadside back to her dimension, or will the Blights change the landscape of the Valiant universe forever? Ooh. Okay. Now we get the Harbinger Book 1 trade. Wow. April 20th it comes out. Colin Kelly. Can you make the world better if you can't be better? A telepath with no memory. A city of superpowered teenagers suppressed. Redemption, destruction, rebirth. Peter Stanchek's path from the most feared man in the world to one of its greatest protectors begins here. Collecting Harbinger 1 through 4. All right. I think that might be it, but let me check some other stuff. I'll see if I can add to this. But so far, some of the books look really, really interesting. I was going to show this one last book. This is from Volt Comics. Quest Aside. This looks kind of interesting. It says they've been around for 5 years, established in 2017. Thank you, it says. Presenting Nightfall and Wonderbound. Cool. The best in science fiction, fantasy, and horror comics. So this is number 1, 2 different covers for number 1 of this story. And it's Quest Aside. Writer Brian Shermer. Number 1. And it doesn't say exactly when it's coming out that I can see on here. But let's see. A skeleton, an apprentice mage, and an exiled princess walk into a bar. For another shift at Quest Aside, the local watering hole run by once legendary, now retired adventurer Barrow. When the king privately explains that he plans to shut the place down, Barrow must find a way to hold on to his business and the family he's built around it. It's always sunny in the realms. New series. Okay. But that's that. Let me know what you think. This looks interesting. I might pick something up like this too because it's the number 1. But that's it for that. I'm going to try to put some more stuff up. I'm going to get more stuff from DC Comics and Marvel Comics up now. But thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want me to go over different things because there's action figures and stuff back there. And I'm not going to do that right now. But I'm going to try to do some more videos and do an unboxing. But you guys have a great day. And thank you very much for watching and supporting my channel. And you have a great week. Collector Dude is out.